Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. Marie here from Marie Cooks Up a New Life, and I'm here to share another delicious recipe with you today. The recipe that I've chosen for today is for traditional English or British pancakes. This was a request that I got from one of my friends at church, Elizabeth. Now, you might think you know everything about pancakes, and if you live in North America, pancakes are very different to the pancakes that are traditionally made in the UK. The pancakes that we make in North America are what is commonly known as being Scotch pancakes over in the UK, which means they're tall and fluffy and beautiful, eaten with syrup and butter and all those things. Now, English pancakes are thin pancakes, more like a crepe. Now, I can remember when I was a child, we went to visit my grandmama in northern Quebec, and she was going to make us pancakes for breakfast. We got very excited. Pancakes was not something that we had very often at home when I was growing up. My mother made them once a year on Pancake Day, which is Shrove Tuesday, and that's when we had our fill of pancakes. We didn't get them at any other time. So the fact that our grandmama was going to make us pancakes was really, really exciting. But I'm ashamed to say we wouldn't eat, none of us really, we ate them because we were taught to eat whatever was put in front of us. But we were very disappointed in these pancakes because they weren't tall and fluffy like the ones that we were used to. They were more like a French crepe. They were probably delicious, and if I'd gotten over my squeamishness at trying something different, as we're all like that when we're younger, if I'd been able to get over that, I probably would have enjoyed them very much, and I wish that I had the opportunity to enjoy my grandmama's pancakes today. When I went over to the UK, I was really intrigued by their pancakes, because they were so thin and crepe-like. Pancake Day in the UK is the same as in North America on Shrove Tuesday, but it's a really big thing over there. The stores are probably filling up now with everything you need to make your own pancakes. I'm just heating up my little oven stove top thing here. Traditionally, they're eaten with just a sprinkle of lemon juice and some sugar, rolled up and enjoyed, or folded into quarters and enjoyed. They have pancake races, they have pancake flipping contests, they have all sorts. So pancakes in Great Britain are a really big thing. And I thought today I would share with you my recipe for traditional English pancakes. And I hope that you enjoy it. Now, I can tell you right now, this could either go really, really well, or it could go spectacularly wrong. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, it'll go well. So, oh yes, before I forget, if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. Please share it if you will. If you like my channel, subscribe. And leave a comment, because I always love to read your comments, and I do respond to each and every one of them. Thankfully, I don't have that many comments at this point in time, so it's very easy for me to respond. But even if I were to get quite a few comments and it took me a few days to respond, I would respond to each and every one. So here we go. I'm going to turn you down there, and we're going to try making traditional English pancakes. So let's switch you around here. Okay, there we go. So I have my pan heating here because I want it to be the right temperature when I start. So what we're going to need is 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons or 125 grams of plain all-purpose flour. You just put that into the bowl. These are really very, very easy to do. In addition to that, you're going to need 1 large egg and an egg yolk. Now, this recipe that I'm using is a combination of recipes from Delia Smith and Mary Berry. I found I forget whose it was. I think it was Mary Berry's used 2 whole eggs, and I found hers to be a little bit too eggy. So I've sort of compromised between the 2 recipes, and this is what you will need. 1 large free-range egg and 1 large egg yolk. So you're just going to, let me just make a little bit of a dip in the center here. Unlike North American pancakes, there is no need for soda or baking powder in these. So I'm just going to give these a little whisk together here in the middle of the pan. And as I do that, I'm going to start to incorporate and pull a bit of flour from around the edges of the well as I go along. Just a bit at a time and a bit at a time. I like this little wire whisk of mine. I think I have 4 or 5 of them. I bought one for my sister for Christmas. I bought one for my friend Elaine for Christmas. I don't know what I'd do without it. Okay, so I'm starting to pull some of the flour in from around the edges. It's very similar batter to making a Yorkshire pudding batter. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm going to start adding milk a little bit at a time. And that will be, just I know that it's 250 mils, no, 300 mils of whole milk, or 1 1/4 cups. So just keep whisking and adding in the milk a little bit at a time. I just love pancakes, and I don't care what form they come in. You know, I have about 20 recipes for pancakes on the blog. I did one post one year which had, I think, 15 or 16 different kinds in the post. And I will link to that below if you wish. And I will also link to the printable recipe for this on my blog, which also has a tutorial, pictorial tutorial to make. Whisking, whisking. You note that there's no sugar in these, and that's because they're not meant to be sweet. All the sweetness comes after when you sprinkle them with the sugar and the lemon juice. You could have these with syrup if you wanted to. Sometimes people fill them with fruit and cream. There's really no bad way to enjoy these, but traditionally, lemon and fine granulated sugar is the way to go. We're getting there. Still whisking. I still got some flour around the edges, as you can see. And I'm incorporating it a bit at a time. This helps to keep them lump free. Because the batter is a very thin batter, it's really important that you don't have lumps in it. Let's see, am I going to put the rest of my milk in here? Yep, there you go. There's the rest of my milk. Put my cup over there. So what are your favorite kinds of pancakes? Do you like pancakes or do you like waffles? Do you like traditional, light, fluffy pancakes? I have a really good recipe on my site for my mother's pancakes, which has proven to be very popular. You know, when my children were growing up, we had pancakes every Saturday. I was not going to deprive my babies of something that I had felt so deprived of when I was a child. We also had pancakes whenever they had a friend to stay overnight. And my children loved pancakes. So I've got that pretty much incorporated now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add a pinch of salt. It's not necessary, but I always find a little pinch of salt adds a nice touch. Now that you've got all the milk incorporated, we're going to, whoops, I need that still. Come back here. We're going to incorporate 2 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm just going to whisk and whisk and whisk this butter in. 2 tablespoons melted butter. And there you have it. This is the pancake batter. I'm just going to use my rubber scraper to make sure I've got all the all the flour incorporated from the sides. And we're good to go. I just have here an ordinary non-stick skillet, and I've heated it over medium-high heat until it's hot. It is very hot. And I'm going to brush the pan. Where did I put that stuff? Oh, it's hidden underneath my recipe here. I'm going to brush the pan with a little bit of oil to begin with. This is just to make sure it doesn't stick. I am using a non-stick pan. So you'll want to ladle. Don't you love these little wooden ladles I have? About 2 to 3 tablespoons of your batter into your pan. And after you've done that, you can tilt your pancake to thin it out. And like I said, this could go spectacularly right or spectacularly wrong. The first one is always hit and miss. And I can tell you, this one is a miss. First of all, I don't think I have quite enough batter in there. So I'm going to change to a, well, maybe I do. Let's see. I don't think my batter is quite smooth enough. So I'm going to get my old wire whisk out here and see if this makes a difference. So I can see a few lumps of flour in there. Like I said, the first pancake is always a dud. It always has been for me anyways. And I know a lot of people have that same experience. This is your test pancake. This is the one where you test amounts of batter, etc. There, that looks a bit smoother. I guess I will use a larger ladle to put my batter in there. I'm still going to flip this over. I mean, it still looks a-okay. It's just not as large as I would like it to be. And like I said, I could see a few lumps in that batter, which is not ideal and it's not what you want. It doesn't need to be on that side. You just take it out and put it onto a plate. So let's see here. I'm going to brush my pan with a little bit more oil. And we'll see if the second pancake is any better than the first. So spoon your batter into the middle of the pan and then quickly tilt your pan to spread it out all over the surface of your pan. Now you leave that to cook. It won't take very long till you see it getting a little bit golden brown around the edges and ruffling a little bit. Like bubbles will appear all over the surface. Similar to Canadian pancakes or North American pancakes, you won't want to flip them until the bubbles appear. And you just have to cook it over medium-high heat until this happens. And then it'll be good to flip. This should only take, if your pan is the right temperature, 45 to 60 seconds. I think my pan might have been a little bit not quite as hot this time. Anyhow, sometimes when my children were growing up, we would go and visit my brother-in-law, and he made beautiful buttermilk pancakes, and the children always looked forward to his buttermilk pancakes. He served them with canned peaches, maple syrup, and butter, of course. This one may have gotten a little bit too thick. Oh, it's perfectly golden brown on the underside. Well, could be a little bit browner, but like I said, it's done well. You only need to have it for about 30 seconds on the other side, just until it's cooked through. And you should actually be able to slide it right out of the pan onto a plate, which I will attempt to do in just a few seconds here. Can I do it? Can I do it? I did it. Now these are, if your pancakes are hot enough, they won't stick together, or they shouldn't. You can buy pancakes in the UK already made, but I've never found them to be as good as the ones I made myself. Let's see, how will this one go? Tilt the pan. You want to do that quickly. That looks a bit better. Might take you more than 1 or 2 pancakes to hit your stride. Now, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, you can buy them already made in the store over in the UK. Sometimes I've seen pancakes over there used as a, instead of a noodle, for making, what are they called? Cannelloni. So when people are making like filled cannelloni, they use these pancakes as a noodle for that. Or you can fill them with all sorts of things. I've seen them filled with cream chicken, maybe not in the UK, but one favorite thing that I like to enjoy with them is fresh fruit. But I don't have any fresh fruit here today. We're having a spectacular snowstorm. We had snow yesterday. We've got more snow coming today. I think we're getting all of winter in 1 week, because it's supposed to snow tomorrow and the day after and the day after as well. It's starting to bubble and look a bit dry, and time to flip it over. Now, I've never been able to execute a pan flip like some people can. You know, they just flip the pan and over they go. But you might want to try it if you want to. Like I said, they do have pancake flipping contests over there. I've never been good at that myself. I'm a traditionalist. I like to just use a spatula to flip my pancakes with. Slide that out onto the plate. Shall we try another one? Why not? Here we go. Some batter. Tilt my pan. To help the batter reach the edges. And let it cook. These today I'm just going to enjoy with a bit of lemon juice and sugar. I've got my plate already over there. Do you like waffles? I like waffles. I don't think I've ever had a real Belgian waffle. All I've ever had is waffles that you make at home in your waffle maker. I don't think I've ever had them in restaurants either. And here I am waffling on. Oh, I wanted to show you this that I got for Christmas. Mushroom cups. This is the box. I'll get the actual thing and I'll show you. It's a set of measuring cups. My friend Elaine got them for me. Isn't that cute? They're like nesting. You've got your 1 cup. This one is 2/3 of a cup. A 1/2 a cup. And then the base is also a measure. This one, I don't know, I can't really see. Anyways, they're all different measures. I think there's like, I think that might be a 1/2 cup and 1/4 and an 1/8 or what have you. Anyways, they all fit together in this little thing, like a toadstool. Toadstools are one of my favorite things. I had to show you that. Let's get this flipped over. This one has come out perfect. Look at that. The perfect color. It only took me 3 pancakes. Probably, if you weren't watching me, this would go a lot better. But I think, although I'm not technically nervous when I do these videos for you anymore, not like I was at the beginning, I am a tiny bit nervous, I guess. I'll do one more. Let's take the pan. Back on. Now this recipe that I'm sharing will make between 12 and 14 pancakes for people to enjoy, or your children to enjoy. I really hope that, you know, you'll be inspired to want to give them a go as something a little bit different. Make a whole night of it. Make some North American pancakes and some British pancakes, which would mean that you had sort of like a Scotch pancake and a English pancake. So I was thinking, I've noticed that a lot of other bloggers have questions that they answer while they're cooking. I don't know if this is because it helps to fill in some of the time or why. Anyways, I thought that might be something that I could incorporate here. If you wanted to leave questions down in the comments section, I will attempt to answer 1 or 2 with each video that I do. I'm sorry that it's been so long since my last video. I haven't been very well. My doctor switched my medications out a little bit, and that has made me feel quite ill. There's nothing like a medication change to make you feel poorly, and mine certainly did. I've gone back to taking my meds the way that I was before. I'm going to have to make an appointment with the doctor and see what his suggestion is, because taking them the way he wanted me to just is not working. So I won't make any more of these pancakes on camera. I'll turn this off now. Slide this pancake onto a plate. Move my batter out of the way. I'll make more of these after. And I'll show you how you would traditionally serve them if you were in the UK. Now, Now I have here some wedges of lemon and a bit of granulated sugar. So what you're going to want to do, if you want to be traditional, is take your pancake and put it on your plate. Squeeze a little bit of lemon on it, not the pips. Sprinkle it with a bit of sugar, and then you can roll it up. And there's one ready to go. I'll do one more. Sprinkle with a bit of lemon. They sell a lot of lemons in the UK this time of year. Some granulated sugar. And roll it up. And there you go. British pancakes, ready to enjoy. Shall I taste? Those are so delicious. I'm going to enjoy eating the rest of these. Anyhow, I hope that you'll want to give these a go. That I've inspired you to want to try something new. And as I said before, if you like this video, do give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, do subscribe. Leave a comment below because I do love to hear from you. And leave me some ideas of other things that you would like for me to cook and try for you here on the channel. I don't think this was a spectacular failure, do you? Maybe the first couple of pancakes, but after that, I seem to have caught my stride. So I'm going to end this video now with, in the way that I always do. I'm just going to say I love you, and God loves you too. You have a wonderful day now. Bye.